Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an FV215b 183. It's a Tier 10 British Premium tank destroyer. It's located on the South Spawner Steps and it's under the control of Zin 1983. Well, this is the tank destroyer that was taken out of the game, formerly known as the Death Star. It was a project to build a tank destroyer that could take out the IS-7 and the IS-3 tanks. But it never got built, well, at least they only built a mock-up, and it was cancelled because they built the Malkara missile instead. It's a bit of a pity really, because this tank destroyer might have been quite potent when it came to knocking out enemy tanks, but they thought that, well, building tanks was a thing of the past and everyone would have missiles, and well, that's a mistake that the American military made when they built the Phantom to carry just missiles, and then after Vietnam they realised they had to fit guns again. Yes, because guns work. Well, it's based on the Conqueror tank, 183mm gun with standard AP, will go through 310mm of armour, and it's got alpha damage of 1150. But with the Hesh rounds, which it was designed to carry, it'll do 230mm of penetration, but alpha damage of 1750. And of course, this was the shell that was going to be taken out, or at least it's going to be modified, so that it couldn't actually penetrate if they did the HE changes. With standard HE, just the ordinary Commodore Garden HE, it will still do 1750 alpha, but only penetrate 92mm of armour. First victims have arrived. Well, he fired that one blind because he lost the outline of the 53 TP, but he thought that, well, he was reasonably certain that the tank was there. The reload time is the problem. It's 25.31 seconds, but you've got to remember the caliber of the gun. It's a huge gun. Okay, 50 TP I think is going to be the victim. He's loaded. Well, unfortunately it was only 842 hit points with one shot. That 50 TP is going to be a bit... Oh, well, he's almost out the game anyway now. Oh, now, that was a bit of a mistake, you see. He pulled back before he was loaded, and when he's taken around for 301, but that 50 TP is about to die, yep. In fact, that was a bit of a waste of a round. He could have fired that one into the 257 and left the kill for one of his teammates, and then he would have picked up the hit points instead. It's something I always think about when I'm playing Arty as well, is to actually remember that what we're trying to do is try and get as many credits as we can, and you need hit points to get the credits. And there you go, he's got the 257, a nice big juicy 838 hit points. Well, the Death Star was very much feared by most people whenever they played the game, but when Wargaming took it out of the game and replaced it with a Badger, well, I'm afraid that it's rather changed the game for the worse, because the Badger is it may be good as a tank destroyer, but it's nowhere near as good as the Death Star. Now, he tried to auto aim there. That was a big mistake. You should lead the target and just let the target drive through. Don't auto aim onto things like that. In fact, just the other day, somebody was saying, you know, we had a player who actually submitted a replay, and he auto-aimed onto a target. That's better. Got that one bang on. And yes, he auto-aimed onto a target, and he wasn't getting penetrations because, of course, the shots weren't aimed at the weak spots. But as soon as he took it off auto-aim and started playing it, that's when he started getting good hits and good pens. And our T110E3 is taking a lot of punishment up there. He's down to 95 hit points. And I think he could do with a bit of help from us. We're 5 tanks ahead of the enemy. Well, I think the enemy now is just trying to pull back. And they better watch out. Lorraine's going around. Now, he's got virtually no armor. But what he does have is a 4-shot autoloader, which is capable of penetrating most of their armor straight off the bat. Although he is taking a lot of damage. He's obviously in reload now. Okay, T110E4 first. And he blows up. 390. The Centurion's happy. He hasn't lost any extra hit points. The T57 Heavy's down. And there's only 2 remaining enemies left. They're over on the other side of the map, unfortunately. So it's going to be a long drive to get to them. In fact, actually, at this rate, I don't think we'll get a chance to get over there in time, because more than likely our teammates over the other side of the map will actually kill them off before we get there. But everyone else is driving across the map straight up. They're ignoring the cap. They're just going straight for the enemy. Now, it's a very heavy tank in terms of, well, it's basically an assault tank more than a tank destroyer, but it's a very heavy tank, which is why it's so slow. The turret won't turn the whole way around as well. It's got an arc either side, so it's one of those tanks that you have to be certain that your target's going to be ahead of you, because if he ever gets behind you, you're toast. And that's the end of the game, because the last enemy has been killed. So, showing 3,223 hit points. I wonder if that's the amount that we've actually recorded overall. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, it's the second class tank of a Zin 1983 in the FV215b 183. He managed to get a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly, a 5 effect for doing more damage than hit points for his vehicle, and a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, in this one, it appears that he managed to get 13. And if we look at the team score, win 8, before we go to the team scores, 2,747, which is Unicum standard. So let's have a look at team score. Well, he did actually get the exact amount that was showing on the board. So that blind shot that he did fire probably didn't connect. But the T110E3 managed to get the highest damage on his team, but the highest damage overall was the T57 Heavy, who got 5,931 hit points of damage. He picked up the high caliber. Their Object 268 managed to get a cool headed for 3645, but as I said, the T110E3 was the highest scorer on Zin's team. Spartan and Steel Wall for 4,013. Then the LTTB got 3340. He was over the other side of the map. He got an Orlix medal. And then we've got Zin with 3,223 hit points. When it came to kills, though, he was second highest. The top being the LTTB with 5 kills. Zin managed to get 4. And then there was 2 players with 2 kills apiece. Nobody on the enemy team managed to get more than 1 kill. And when it came to base XP, it was the LTTB again with 1255, the IS3 with 1009, the T110E3 with 936, and then we've got Zin with 834. He fired 7 shots, got 6 direct hits and 3 penetrations. So yes, that blind shot didn't connect with the target actually, probably because the tank ducked in to one of those gaps to protect himself the moment he realised that Zin was there, and just wanted to get out of the way of that big gun. So he only got 6 penetrations, 6 shots out of 7 connected, but 3 penetrations. Yes, well, it doesn't always, you don't always connect with this tank, but if you fire HE, normally the shell will just do a lot of module damage to the enemy and a huge amount of actual damage in the process. 2 splash damage as well, damage of 3,223 hit points, of which 1,150 were at more than 300 meters. He received 1 hit. That was a penetration, yes, I think that came in from the 110, firing at a distance. 4 enemy vehicles damaged, 4 killed, and 189 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he earned 38,543 credits, got 18,115 for the holiday ops, total 56,658, and after repair and ammunition resupply, took away 2,669 experience points. Experience points, that's credits, sorry. 1,251 experience points. Times 2 for the first victory, 63 for this being a premium vehicle, and 2,565 altogether. If you do have an FV215b 183, you're a very lucky man, because unfortunately now Wargaming are not putting this on sale unless it's on the black market. So you can't get it as a reward tank, and you're certainly not like to see it on sale that often. And if they do put it on sale, I think they'll be snapped up straight away. When Wargaming last put it on sale, it was for a number, I think it was something like 23 million or 25 million credits? It's a huge amount of credits, and of course Wargaming were trying to soak up as many credits as they could from all the players, as much as they were trying to soak up all the gold that they bought as well. But it's very difficult to get hold of these because they don't release that many. And on occasion, when they do release it, you suddenly find that the battles are full of Death Stars. And, well, that could be bad news for the Death Stars, but it's very good news for Arty, because, of course, they're so slow and sluggish. They make easy targets for Arty. And, of course, then you can pick up loads of hit points. Just so long as you don't get in front of that pointy end, you're okay. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and thank you very much for watching.